Hello people, it's me, Libluini, and welcome back to Dominion 6, now with Caelum. We are now in the early summoner year 0, and the stragglers, myself included, have declared their prophets. Agatha, the underground nation. Yo, Quero, Agatha, Bell, the blind... sorry. Yo, Quero, Agatha, Bell, the blind lord. I shall hereby be known as the prophet of the Ctonian Taco Bell aftermath. Ah, interesting, a food reference. Then we have our board game to pay for real game, the Raven Lord, prophet now of Hilmar Weiger Pettersson, the CEO of CCP. Then our first battle, a high-risk battle, and we lost. Yep. Our mammoths got kind of fucked. We didn't lose one, but a leaderless unit decided to not come home, because we can look at retreat details and then see the total unit of 6 units dispersed and retreated. 2 of them made it back to us. And then wait, here, right? 0 riders were killed, but 1 elephant was killed. Yes, so the Raptorian warriors got all killed in exchange for 6 kills, and our Spirehorn warriors fared poorly in equal measures. We didn't kill too many units, mostly because there was... the militia wasn't that much of a problem, though there was a lot of light cavalry hiding. Light cavalry has the same problem all cavalry has in Dominion 6. They have a second unit hiding along below them that can eat up hits that would normally be fatal. So it doesn't matter that their own skills are only about average. First off, they have to be hit with defense skill 15, that's a high order. And their horses can then eat additional hits. And since they have more hit points than the rider, that can take a while. So consequently, only 6 of those 17 light cavalry died. More importantly, heavy cavalry. We killed 2, plus killed 1 horse. Well, but since this is their home province, I have no idea if next we will face 3 or 2 heavy cavalry. And those guys are beefy. Their strength isn't in attack or defense, because it's about average for a unit like this. It's the extremely high protection. The fact that they not only have 2 attacks, but one of them is with a charge bonus. That they are, as cavalry units, blindingly fast. It's also that they have an armored horse. A horse that has even a better attack skill than the rider, which is kind of funny if you think about it. Since it's an armored horse, it's also extremely high protected. And it adds a 3rd attack, so we have combined a unit that can attack 3 times a turn. One of the attacks has a first strike charge bonus, and they have extremely high protection. So they're extremely hard to target. Basically the only way to kill those guys with any amount of luck is to have our mammoths run into them and causing, due to the size difference from 9 to 5, if you count man with horse. That's 4, yeah, that's enough to get bonus damage, and it's really the only way you can kill those guys with our units. Except of course if I had run in with Earthbounds who can attack slightly better, but they would also need a different kind of, how to say it, bless. Yeah, that was bad. Really bad, but we're a bit out of options here. 1 riders without mounts have surveyed back home and are ready to be recruited again. Oh, that's luck. So, while this battle tells us that 1 elephant plus rider is completely... 1 unit lost their mounts, so they are back now, right? So we should have 2 mammoth riders. Plus a mammoth we can get with a discount. That's how it works, I think. And Centra is now diminished greatly. let's see what went wrong in detail, because sometimes it's just a bad moral roll or something. Everything works fine so far. The enemy is here. Yeah, like usual in Dominate 6 there's a lot of units. And this time the AI is smart enough to send in a complete block of heavy cavalry. And I guess that's the reason why we didn't immediately die. Our Mammoth Riders managed to actually fight it out. And then there's tons of trample damage. But they also then decided to run away after getting some damage. And our unit fight it out with the militia. And some surviving horse riders. And then they run away. Yeah, they might have failed moral rolls. That was a mess. Let's take stock. We indeed have 3 here, but it's, I think, only the... Wait, how many are we recruiting this turn? 3, right? We have the 3 we recruited from last turn, and... Army status? Oh, 3. We still have 3. 1 came back. I'm a bit confused. What did the message say at the end in retweet details? 6 units and 2 of them. Ah, fucking hell! That means the number of riders were among the 4 losses, so we got 0 back. Now that's kind of shitty of you, game. Our new army now has. Wait a minute. How many of those are wounded? Ah, yes. This means this guy here must be one of the survivors, but he's only weakened, so he can do less damage. But doesn't mean he isn't an army unit anymore. We have 4 fresh mammoths, and this time there are less of those fuckers. So now we have to combine shit here, because of course our new army is set up differently. So people with wings and spears, lances, go in first. We have 1 archer we can't really use, and we have 2 more guys with spears. Go back into the first line, and this time we have to switch to closest enemy, because I have the feeling the mounted riders were the problem. Make it like this. Yeah, the sacred isn't really here. So the fallout of this mess is we have to keep. Wait a minute. 106.15. I fucking knew it. See, the problem with the new mechanic of recruiting ridden units as at a discount is that it doesn't work if you have just repeat recruitment. You have to actually take your cavalry units out and then in again, so you get the bonus. This is kind of fucking hell sometimes here. Well, we need as many elephants as possible this early in the game, so let's put a 4th one in, thanks to our discount. And we have 4 already. The good thing is this should us give a leg up against the other kinds of units. Yeah, we know that this is mostly cavalry, and as you see we need about force parity in mammoths and heavy cavalry to have a chance at winning. So, and now I have to do the exact same thing again. Wait, no, not you. You're a prophet. And because I have now a prophet, I get a roll for prophets. So now we have 3 chances instead of 2 to expand our belief system. Which means, yeah, thanks to this we got a 2nd candle in our 2nd turn now. But this also means Nishti, the poor dude, has to go in again and hopefully win this time. Yeesh. Then we have Crossbowman. Oh, fucking hell, we have bad luck. That's less troops, but they are almost exclusively crossbowmen. That will be hell on our lighter infantry units. That Kunal is off limits, I guess. simply too many riders there and not enough income to really be worth it. While our Centra has 179 income, and even though that will be less after we conquer the province because of game mechanics, it's still a large chunk, and more importantly, there's a lot of resources going back to Caelum then. Then we have those two units, Millgate and Range of Shadow, both with a huge chunk of units. We have archers, militias and heavy infantries, and then the same but with crossbowmen instead of militia. Both are kind of a nightmare to get, but I will probably send in my army with more elephants than to Millgate, so we finally get a third province then. I will need the additional resources to get some normal units so we can throw them into harm's way. Yeah, it is a bit risky to play late age Caelum. You can, of course, improve chances with a vague pretender, but then we lose out on some other options, so it's always a case of exchanging the things you want against things you don't want. Fuck, I forgot the proper English phrase, but I hope you get my meaning anyway. Now the question is now, since we are unlocking, hopefully, a course to Palgrave, we want to see a bit what's going on over there, so I sent our single scout over. And more shit we can't really do. I'll keep getting iron crafters because we need still more resources to bottom out our gold. And if we get more gold, we still have our Titanic recruitment point pool. And so we really need the resources. Next turn we have 10 more from our second iron crafter, and hopefully something like 40 to 50 from the new province. Yeah, that's nasty. My current goal is, since the army will inevitably take mammoth losses against the cavalry, is the army has to go back to Caelum yet again. That means next turn will be in Senra, the turn after that in Caelum, and then we're taking Millgate, and then we hopefully have enough troops to overwhelm Silverwall. And if he didn't take too many losses, I can then finally go into the Range of Shadow. And at that point we'll probably start encountering our neighbors. At least our situation is fairly central this time, not as bad as in my failed run where there was a giant lake next to us and trying to creep around it and let us encounter far too many players all at once. And when one finally invaded, it was far too late to gain any sort of advantage. We got overwhelmed just by sheer numbers. Let's see if we can get things rolling, because right now it looks bad. But if we just get enough mammoths, we can recover. And really, that's the kind of thing you're watching this, right? Incompetence. Well, literally out. Hello people, it's me, Libluini, and we're back in Dominion 6 land. This time it's Caelum. You know the drill by now, so let's begin this turn. Our second attempt at getting a second province, and we won, naturally. This time we lost one elephant because one unit who lost their mounts have deserted or died on the way back. So this mammoth ride, this is kind of funny, of course, since it's the mammoth rider and two archers who lost their mammoth. Apparently all three died together. Dominion's logic. But the mammoths killed 31 units, basically killing the entire army on their own. And we were lucky that only 2 heavy cavalry survived our last attempt, and this time they went down. Our Raptorian warriors also did something this time, and our Spire warriors. Let's take a short look at the battlefield. Let's see, who is what? Same thing last time, just with less heavy cavalry. And this time the cavalry doesn't make it. And then the stomping time begins. Even two of the commanders get stomped. And after this complete victory, we gained another province. Yay! Then in Caelum we get unrest. Someone steals children and magic goes up by 1. Oh great. Magic at least means we research things faster. And Centra, we just got this province and we got double the tax. So let's see, resources is a lot, half of which is now in our capital, and 187 income, so at least it was a worthwhile attempt at killing. And now we get to use some heavy cavalry and light cavalry, and since this is province defense, it just regenerates if it isn't overwhelmed. And now you're fucking kidding me? Another province where heavy cavalry is hiding for us. And there's this province, then there's this crossbowman only province. This could probably be taken with some more than what we have, because our army is now basically just elephants. Then we have 50 units here, probably. Could also be more. But at least it's not all crossbowmen. It seems the light infantry is in the majority, which would make it a really nice target. Too bad we have... well. I could of course employ our good old prophet. Not much here I can use, but of course I can already script him a little bit. Divine Blessing blesses the entire battlefield, but Summon of Courage only targets area of effect of 8+, and since he is level 3, this means 9 little squares are affected and they can gain more moral. It's nice, but also not everything. Then Holy Avenger, the last fuck you for people successfully attacking him. Then a Word of Power, which is... Okay, that's something that can paralyze. And our Stellar Decree has a really high range. Only affects undead beings, they are probably not good, so I'm scripting some Word of Power in. Then spells, please. Now I have to go through... you can cast spells, please. Let's test this. Yes, script 1, script 2. 3 is this now. Yep. Yeah, we can correct this, of course, now that we don't really need a spells only scripts. We have only 10 slots after all. Now we put him as far away from everything as possible. And now we give our 3 elephants something to do. We'll get in here. And well, what did I do? Because I don't want to accidentally have them move. Oh, attack rear. So that's important because we don't want them to move at different speeds. That's hilarious, but also stupidly pointless. So let's put them in roughly the same place, so they are moving as one blob, even if it's 2 squadrons. Then there's this 50 units. As we saw, here we went in with approximately 18 units and we killed 32. So again, we are still in the high risk, low reward phase of the game, or was it the other way around? We need to make some progress, but it kind of sucks that we all have those insane unit compositions all around. I'm still mostly getting elephants here, plus some flying raptors. I really should start making Earthbound since they are fairly good units. But of course they are also depending a lot on the shit we don't have yet. Then the question is, do we go with some Raptorian Warriors, Sword and Shield Edition? They're slightly worse at attacking than... no, slightly better. They're slightly better units, but also fairly expensive in resources. The Iron Crow has 12-14. The Iron Crows would probably be even better, since they have better attack skill than even our Ice Clads and Storm Guards. Well. We need some kind of unit that can take a punch. For bird people, that is. Yeah, most units on the independent scale aren't that much of a threat. But attack skill 10 against defense skill 14, not much chance. It's kind of funny. So we need raptors, but we also need something that can attack. And they don't cost much money, at least. We can go down 4. That's okay. That works out. 4 units isn't too low. The question is, can we do this? Well, we need to take some risks here, I guess. And 4, 5, 6, 7 elephants and an attempt at stopping the units here. Well, the problem is, of course, there was not much left over. We might have to redo something here. We're still in a phase where we're getting fucked if we aren't careful. So first we need more raptors. Then we need some reliable infantry. Yeah, that's not enough. We need numbers now, so I'm taking the cheaper variant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 9, 10. How many raptors do I have right now? Technically speaking, not that many. Okay, you can be guard commanders. Okay, it pains me, but we have basically 0 units. So we have those guys here, 3, 6, 7. So we can do some retooling here and those or something. And we can squeeze into. So now we have some reliable frontline units, not just elephants. 27. Okay, we have 7 elephants ready, plus some miscellaneous units. It should be enough to overwhelm one of the smaller packs here. We'll probably go for the range of shadow first. And holy fuck, I hope I don't make any huge losses, because with this weird concoction of hard to defeat independents around, we're in for a lot of trouble, especially since we're deep in the summer right now. Oh, a double turn at least. Tormio units who have lost their mounts have decided. Oh, welcome back, by the way. That's mysterious. But apparently this means one of our elephants didn't make it back. That's strange as fuck, I have to say. So, well, our prophet isn't exactly the right kind of dude for this job. Now we have a better strike force. And some infantry. Oh, this looks more like an army now. This means we can drop these guys into the back row now. And go to box formation to swamp whoever is bad enough to confront us. These guys I have to draw out in a line. Put them in front, thanks to their shields. Elephants, again, rushing forward with the killing juice. And now, Rishti, Yishti, good luck, you will need it. The range of shadow is yours. Now we can resume slightly less insane things, but yeah, well, holy fucking shit, we need elephants. Right now, they're the only thing we have. Let's go down to 3. That's a bit normal, I guess. And adding in... ah, fuck. My Discord is blocking the view here. Thank you. So now I can look again. Let's... 2, 3, 4 sheep warriors. Then we need... cheap infantry for now. -4 is not enough. Oh, 12. I can squeeze one of those in. So now we'll continue until we can recruit some good blocks of units for continued operation. I'll swing my new army around if we don't take too many losses. And I guess as soon as I'm arriving here at the Silver Wall, we have the punishingly dangerous... Well, at that point I have 9 more elephants. I guess that at that point I can just swamp Kunal, regardless of how many heavy cavalry there are. And I really hope I soon have enough units for another army. Research is going on. What do we need first? Well, probably construction, temper armors. That could be useful. Let's try this again. Well, this should help for a while. We still have lots of recruitment points to waste and not enough resources. I'm guessing I still have to something like recruit like 5 to 6 crafters. So on the other hand, if we manage to finally gain some of those provinces in our neighborhood, I mean the range of shadow has 186 resources. If we can drain half of this into Caelum, this would mean... wait, wrong shortcut. This would mean we could finally drain most of our recruitment points pools. Well, wish me luck, people, because we are still perilously close to total defeat here. So, Liploini out. Hello people, it's me, Liploini, and we are back here to help CCP conquer the world and force everyone to play EVE Online. Fate worse than death. In other words, we're playing Dominion 6, and our god is now in the early fall in the year 0, and we did have some starting troubles, thanks to absolutely insane amount of strong independent units around. So now Range of Shadow is getting attacked by our stupid horde of elephants, and to my own surprise, we won, naturally. Our infantry took some losses, typically, but not too bad, considering that we didn't have that many in the first place. Our 6 Mammoth Riders absolutely slaughtered the 72 dead units. Yeah, the crossbowmen were not as effective as I thought they would. I guess 22 was not enough of a threshold, and everyone else got super dead killed. I'm guessing at some point they started running away, but our mammoths were far too fast. Well, let's see this. The big elephants don't meet. And then the fighting begins. So unexpected synergy, because our frontline troops try to attack the units closest to them. They keep following our elephants, mammoths, and kill the shit out of them. Well, that was a neat surprise. So, elephants do work. Of course, now we have even larger blocks of shit around us. Heavy cavalry, too risky. This is an easy target, especially since... well, wait, fuck. our way around. Rivers freeze with ice, mountain passes get deadlocked. So this, if we freeze everything with our cold dominions, this will probably end up being closed. And then we would be stuck on the other side. Osense, 90 units, and lots of them kind of shitty. They don't even have crossbows. Yeah, those are kind of helpless, I guess. Let's raise defense. This is probably not as strong as I thought it would be. So we could probably take those provinces. But Osense is also fairly juicy, since there aren't any archers or crossbowmen. So what will happen is they will kill probably all of our infantry, but then our elephants will stomp them dead flat. Do we have some scouts somewhere? Nope. We could... oh, no. We have a scout province. So let's recruit some scouts. Flying scouts would of course be better. But this is kind of a bad mix. So of course... oh, we have one left over because these guys are unfucking believable. So let's add a scout. So as long as I have to get iron crafters to raise our resource level a bit, this is wonderful. Of course, now we could switch from Iron infantry to Iron Crows, I suppose, for a little bit more protection. Iron Crows have 14 and 12, 14 instead of the Iris 10, 12. So they have a higher chance of hitting something and a higher chance of not getting hit. And a higher level of protection doesn't really matter. But the Iron Crows also have the ability to not melt in the heat, which is fairly good. Our shit to note: magic resistance, moral differences to those guys. 12-12 instead of 10-14. 14 moral is probably for the best, because bird people will always take a lot of losses if they're forced to fight. And it's time for Earthbound, I suppose. Iron, of course, are good because of their cold resistance, but otherwise they're cheap units to throw away. Let's continue. Fuck. 1, 2, 3 elephants per turn. Should give us a nice stack of overship. Then we want our cheap throwaway gag Raptorian warriors. 4 per turn should be enough. Should we have so many? Let's do this to 6. Can always remove some. Now from our elite warriors, shock resistant would be nice. Do any of our local enemies... oh, we don't know any from yet. Yeah, okay, so we can either have shock resistant units who will lose a lot of their protection, or... that's a good question. The Storm Guard would probably work out better. The Iceclads are even better, but only on home territory. And shock resistance seems like it would be more useful. I would really want to take the Iron Crows though. Let's take some Sacreds instead. Well, we have 31... yeah, okay, they take a lot of resources. Okay, let's stay with the area for now, because we need more units more than we need 0 units. Yeah, okay, that works out. I can even take one of those out and one of those in. So now we get a small block of useful units per turn, plus elephants. And yeah, okay. I don't really need more iron crafters now, I guess. Because we have running low on recruitment points, so that's kind of pointless now. So let's take on to my future plans. We need Harab Seraphs. Do we need priests? We haven't used our mega priest yet. So I guess the answer is no. We'll probably use a mage in the future. So let's see, we have the caretaker is the name of the game. And there are also a mage, so we can continue having some low level research. And they use 2 of our 3 commander points, so let's recruit a caretaker. Both for our inevitably third army and more likely so we can send the caretaker over to build temples and labs and shit. I'm guessing next turn or a turn after this I will... Oh fucking hell, holy points are running low. Yeah, we can only this one amount. And of course this means, I'll keep a stack of money here. You can get more basic infantry, I suppose. Keep forgetting that some of our mage guys are also sacreds and drain our sacred scale. Then after this we will go to the harem seraphs for a certain future plan, because this time around I don't want to go 100% air and then fall flat on my ass, because I have absolutely 0 ways to easily get to Storm. I have to at one point start recruiting harem elders like a maniac and then hope some of them roll really well on the air scale. That seems like a losing strategy if you ask me. So on this front... Oh yeah, shit, we also need a general, don't we? Because we don't have one. Well, fuck. I have my priest, of course. Okay, then let us rejigger things. How many are our generals? Oh, 1 commander point only. We need a flying scout. So I guess I do this the reverse, since I still need to recruit more units for the next army. I'll simply keep it like this, and next turn I switch one of the units out. The mage, possibly, or the scout. Yes, I will switch out the scout for another leader. And then after that, switch out the caretaker. Yeah, somewhere like this area. First, a new scout. We have a second flying scout. Then next turn we'll add storm generals. And after that we'll have 2 caretakers, 1 in reserve, 1 to bless units. Probably I use both as blessers, depending on how things go. But anyway, after storm, 2 storm generals and 2 caretakers, I can just switch around to harem seraphs. That should work out. Still have some minor research going, but we'll soon scale up, but still on the lowest end there is. Does alteration have something to use for? Personal mist form, personal Estonian army of Achilles. Not much useful here except to protect themselves. Urban elf doesn't affect flying and floating units, but keeps people on the ground. And area of effect could be useful. Invocation, of course, is not so useful if you don't research spells like Lightning Bolt. But we don't need them. Enchantment could be useful for more skeletons. Conjuration 1 was... where's the one spell I can make some weirdos? Yeah, some interesting combo spells. If I could just remember where... Oh wait, I am stupid, fucking... Parting of the soul... Air... Nope, it must be conjuration, right? Huh. So if we wanted to, we could, as soon as we have our first level 2 death mage, summon shadow servants, which is like a scout, but for gems. And since they're undead, they can also go underwater. Something to remember. Ah shit, I just remember. I'm in another game where can't seem to get some free space in my capital to recruit an amphibious scout. And just remember now, I should have the level to summon shades there too. Well, fucking hell, I have to do this next turn in my other game. It's evocation, what's alteration? Yeah. Wait, the fuck, is this construction? Yes, it fucking is. Construction, well, okay. Okay, we're getting there. So let's some alteration, and then let's add some gift of flight could be useful. Let's see. Some first beginners level spells. So Yishti, my friend. We have now 6 elephants, and since I'm growing another army already, I can be fucking cheeky and barrel in there. Then I have to look where the fuck my scout is. Up there, of course. So. Oh, yeah, my scout can 1, 2, 3. Flying units can cross 3 provinces every time, anytime. So I can take this province and then at the same time look a little bit deeper. Beyond my borders. So we're making progress. Slow but surely. At least the province I took have fucking high income. The next army will then apparently use 9 elephants to crash in here. Let's see how long those elephants can do. Yeah, okay. It's still fairly early in the game, so I have exhausted all possibilities for now. So literally... oh, fucking hell, it's a double turn. That's the... So, we're back again. We had another battle in Osense. And yeah, we had not much luck. Still, we stomped a lot of units, but this time there were just too many of them, and they actually managed to surround our Mammoth Riders and stab them to death. We simply didn't have enough shit. But on the other side, we got a fucking huge treasure. Pixie Shoes. Oh, okay, that's funny. It gives someone the luck status. That means that's possible in Commander we can't die if he gets only hit 1. And of course we lost another unit due to a death or desertion. So Osense is now visibly weaker, but well, that didn't work out. But on the other hand, now we can recycle this guy. Because he has now 0 troops left. And we have another scout. We can now take a look. Sorry. We want to push to the south. So let's take the east first. We have a new bastard here. Retreat, please, thanks. And he can go a good bit into the south. So the good thing is, I now have already one fucker here who can get all the units. Our prophet isn't really too good at leading. So that's one problem solved. Then I need something like 2 caretakers for my next army, so I guess I can just continue getting a second scout. Change of plans, and after that I'll get the second storm general for my next army. Also means we don't really have to have we can't really do anything here. Our troops don't have leader. Leaderless. Let's see, can I get some fuckers here like the merry men? They are archers. Marrows, and we have 2 shipwreckers. Oh, okay, yeah, they're all employed by someone. Merry men are those stupid archers. Lots and lots of archers. But of course, okay, since I have money, I will try to get those, since there are a lot of archers, and they could be useful. to fuck around with our neighbors. So let's see. Let's put down a large enough amount that if we lose, at least we know whoever bought them paid far too much for them. Can't get those. Let's see if we can get some of the surviving war shamblers here. War shamblers are heavily armored and dangerous versions of the normal shamblers. And they have, of course, this Atlantean monster guy in front. Also some kind of shambling related, I guess. And then we have to look what we are doing here. We could probably get the crossbowmans. And of course, if you're not the first one to recruit, there's always the tiny little chance that you can't get them because you're heavily beset with afflictions, so you're paying, well, they lost most of their units. Because as long as the commander and some of his units are alive, you're getting them to the price you paid. So if they are all deceased and 99% of them are dead, doesn't matter, you just overpaid some cheeky bastard. Well, you paid the mercenaries. The money is just lost. It's not like you're paying the fuckers who do this directly. So this means if you can't get a mercenary unit immediately, it gets a bit luck-based since you have no idea of knowing what kind of fun raids. At least in Dominion 6, if the other player gets them all killed, then at least you don't lose the money. But if only most of them die, then you lose the money and get nothing to show for it. Well, it's a bit risky, but luckily you can only start bidding if they're on their last turn, and that's not for a while. At least we don't need a sage. We have more than enough mages. If we start recruiting them, we are still on the special folks for special abilities. We don't have enough recruitment power points to continue, so let's leave it at that. So our army commander gets back to Caelum. We try to get some shit rolling, and then we try again to break out of this really intense amount of surrounding idiots. We'll still stay away from the heavy cavalry, so those make me sweat. Anyway, Libluini out.